On this episode of the Casually Human podcast with Martin Kigondu, we have the honor of sitting with Africa's best and most legendary barista, Martin Shabaya. The multinational and continental Barista Championship winner was ranked 5th at the World Barista Championship WBC that took place in Milan in 2021 after years and years of sharpening his craft. Post-championships, Shabaya has gone on to be a lighthouse in the coffee business, consulting for restaurants, training companies, farmers, and even exporters. He's also the ambassador for the coffee machine makers San Remo, representing them in Africa and beyond. His is a story of trust in the process, planting right, brewing right, and making magic with patience and the coffee berry. You can listen to this episode sipping some coffee, actually. Nonetheless, wherever you are, whatever you are up to, enjoy the episode.
Mpenzi mtazamaji, ningependa kukaribisha kwa Casually Human, na naongea kwa Kiswahili because ningependa kutumia neno somo, which I was told means someone who shares the same name with you. Kwa hivyo I'm just doing this as a gimmick to use the word somo. Ningependa kumkaribisha somo wangu to this particular conversation. Na ni somo because Martins are cool people. Check it out. Martin Lawrence, Martin Shabaya, Martin Kigondu, Martin Scorsese, and the list goes on and on and on. Welcome to the podcast, Martin.
Asante sana.
Are you mostly known as Shabaya, Mr. Shabaya, Martin?
It depends. Family refer me to Martin.
Okay.
But along my career lines,
Yeah.
they call me Shabaya.
Shabaya.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Fantastic. First question, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you like your coffee?
Simple black coffee. Pour over.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Do you judge it when you go to a restaurant? Are you are you giving notes?
Yeah, definitely. Being a professional,
Yeah.
I have to judge it.
Okay.
But so most of the time when I go to a new cafe or a restaurant, I don't order black.
Okay.
I take it with milk and some little sugar.
Good. Good. Are you giving directions before they leave?
No.
After your order?
Never.
Okay. Okay.
Never. But that's what I do. Mostly enjoy herbal teas in the different restaurants, just to avoid the kujudge and also to enjoy as a person.
To enjoy.
Yes.
Do you know, a lot of people ask me a question in that line because
Yeah.
they'll be like, you are a filmmaker. Do you enjoy film? Are you watching film thinking, how did they do this? Why did they make these choices? Is this a thing with you as well when you're drinking coffee?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
We can't help it.
100%. Yes.
When was the last time you had a sachet coffee? Unajua, random Dormans or other, ulinunua tu ukafanya cha cha cha.
Last week.
Oh, you do that as
Yes,
well?
yes.
It's not like blasphemous?
No way.
Yeah.
You always avoid, especially when you're in a different place, different country, in a hotel setting.
Yeah.
During the night, maybe you want to do something. You just use whatever you have.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I don't judge it as much.
Sawa.
Yes.
We'll talk about that, especially drinking coffee around the world.
Exactly.
And the different cultures and all.
Yes.
But let's start with the basics.
Yeah.
At what point in your life do you learn to appreciate the coffee berry? Because tulifunzwa GHC ama social studies, there can be different types of coffees, but we never really do. In fact, we are more interested as a culture in tea than
Yes.
we are in coffee. But at what point do you go, there's something special about this berry?
So it starts at every stage from the soil. Yeah. But most of the farmers in Kenya actually inherit coffee farms, which were already planted. So now we start with harvesting the cherry. Yeah.
Okay.
But from the soil where it's grown, be it Western, be it Central Kenya, that soil determines the flavor of that coffee.
Okay.
And every stage of it, during pruning, flowering, during the rainy seasons, the different weather patterns, it really impacts the flavor of the coffee. So at every stage is very important in maturation of the coffee.
Is it when you now start your career at cafe?
Okay.
At what point do you go, this berry is special? In fact, if I was to build an altar in my house, it would be a coffee berry or something.
Now I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first encounter with coffee was when I was employed in Art Cafe.
Okay.
I had never seen an espresso machine in my life. I had never tasted real coffee. And even in that restaurant setting, I had never been in such a place in my life. So when I got the opportunity to work as a barista in Art Cafe, that's when I learned the word barista. This is an espresso machine. These are coffee beans, and this is espresso. So I would say about 6 months into the job, that's when I started appreciating coffee.
Ah, look at that.
Yes.
And you're about 20 thereabout?
I was, 21.
21.
I was
So
21.
early 20s is when
Yes.
you're like, oh, there's something about the
Absolutely.
coffee berry.
Yes.
So this makes me curious about your upbringing.
Okay.
Yeah? Tell me a bit about that. Yeah? Where did you grow up, etc., etc.?
Yeah, okay. I come from a very humble family and a very humble background. So I'm a Christian, and I was raised a Christian. I'm the third of 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls. I grew on the side of West, if you know Satellite, Kabiria. Those are the sides I grew up. I schooled in Eastlands in South B, specifically Highway Secondary School. And immediately after high school is when I got an opportunity to work with that cafe.
Ah, look at that.
I didn't.
Look at that.
I hadn't gone to any college yet. I hadn't done any other job before that. So it was straight from high school. A need arose at home that I needed to step in and look for something to do to support.
Yeah.
And this is when I got the opportunity to work with that cafe.
Oh, so it's almost in a way, coffee changed your life.
It changed my life
Oh, look at that.
completely.
Quite the testimony.
And
And before you were 20, 21,
yeah,
you never thought kahawa, where is this kahawa from?
I never thought even I would be in a hospitality setting,
Where did you think you'd be?
in the architecture field.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an artist. That's the only talent that I know I have. I got my first award based in Nairobi when I was in class 5
Ooh,
Yes.
as an artist.
as an artist.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember that image that you drew?
It was a kiwi, like a kiwi tin.
Oh, a kiwi tin.
Yes,
Hii
3D
ilikuwa ya
kiwi tin.
Sunday Nation or something.
Exactly. That is the first time I was also in the Kenya Gazette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Oh, bro. So from kiwi to this,
Yeah.
totally not connected.
Not connected, but hapo mbele,
Yeah.
you'll see there was a bit of connection.
Okay.
Yes.
So serendipity happens in the future.
Yes.
So kuna inclinations towards crafts that are like based on drawing and based on, you said you had interest in architecture
Yeah.
and that. What
Yes.
else do you see about yourself in your childhood? What kind of child are you?
I'm a laid-back person,
Okay.
an introvert to say. I enjoy being alone, and I love nature. I love traveling. So I would say, personally, it's something that is in me
Okay.
to try and create something, to be very creative in whatever I do, and to set myself aside and watch everything as it happens from afar. That's the kind of personality
Look
that I
at
have.
that. Is this what your siblings would say about you at a younger age?
Absolutely.
Huyo anakuanga hivyo tu.
Absolutely. I was quiet, shy,
Yeah.
but somehow I found myself speaking before people, which
Yeah.
now I'm getting used to.
Yeah, you know, at this level,
Yes.
I'm sure you've spoken on
Yeah.
many different levels.
Absolutely.
What about your parents? Tell me a bit about them.
So my parents brought us, they are Christians.
Okay.
They are of age now, retired. My mom was a housewife ever since I knew her. She worked about 4 years before I was born. And when I was born, it was the last time she ever worked. So she stayed as a housewife, taking care of us, bringing us, teaching us morals while we were toddlers. And you can imagine raising 6 children. It wasn't very easy.
It's quite a task.
Yeah, it's quite a task.
Yeah.
I really appreciate them every day.
Yeah.
I pray for them every day. And I thank them for bringing me in this world, for sure.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. What about the father in this picture?
My dad was a hotelier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
What I like about him, he worked in one single organization, Nairobi Safari Club, his entire life for more than 30 years.
Yeah.
Until his retirement.
Look at
So
that.
he was the breadwinner of the family. So we learned a lot about how to raise our own families from my dad. Yeah, he's a gentleman for sure, and I love him.
Yeah. Would that in any way, and I know chance finds you into this career path, but what your father did, would it in any way influence who you later on became?
I don't see directly a direct influence.
Okay.
But just being in the hospitality industry by fate, I think played a part for sure.
You guys never used to go to where he works and all?
We used to go, but it never fascinated us as much.
Interesting. Yeah.
And also he was in the printing sector. Okay. So that's a lot of paperwork and stuff, not real food and consumptions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sante sana.
Yes.
At least we now see the making of the man, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let's look at the making of the award-winning barista.
Yeah.
When you get to Art Cafe,
the
first few months are definitely you training, yeah?
Yes.
A year, 2 years in, are you fully into coffee and focusing on coffee, or do you have other interests when you're building this career, or at least finding your path in it?
Yeah. So I was employed, it was around March 2011. And at the point, I was just looking for any opportunity. So, let me just take you back a bit. I used to do a lot of skating after high school. And so there was this lady called Nana. She used to come with the same blouse every day, and we were training together with another friend called Mike. And then one day we wondered, why is she wearing the same blouse every day? So we asked her. Because she was really young. And then we asked her, why are you wearing the same blouse every day? And she told us that she's already working as a waitress in Art Cafe. Yeah. And then it sparked me, and I felt like this is my opportunity to ask if I can get a chance also to work in Art Cafe. So she told me that they are doing, every Monday they were doing some interviews. And she told me I'm welcomed in Village Market to go and try out if I could get a chance to work at any position. So I went one of them fine Mondays, and I had one-page CV with just my high school and primary experience. And for the first Monday, no chance. I tried the following Monday, yeah? So it was the second Monday I tried, and then the restaurant manager then was called Yaniv Stanback. He just came, looked at me, how I had dressed, and said, you come. Sat with me less than 5 minutes interview and told me that you look good behind the counter. I didn't know what counter, and he just said, just go behind the counter and start training. So when I went there, then I was told, now you'll be a barista. A barista works in this counter, and here's the espresso machine. Just a brief introduction to the bar. After that is when everything happened now. Just touching the espresso machine, it took me a lot of time, about 6 months. Because as a barista, a new barista now, we were not allowed to touch the espresso machine. It was only for the experienced baristas. Yeah. So after 6 months, I came in, and then I saw the fine latte arts that they make. I tasted espresso. I started to appreciate coffee, finding research, learning a lot about coffee in general. And I think this is where, after learning, this is where passion and interest grew in me. Yeah. Okay. But in Art Cafe then we used to have a bar which served also wines, beers, cocktails. And my mom did not understand that I was working as a barman. she viewed barista as a barman. Yeah. So she wasn't very happy.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
also,
it was associated with
yeah,
the
it was-
wines and
yes,
all.
yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain about the barista thing, focusing on coffee and stuff, but she couldn't trust it. She wasn't very happy, and she used to tell me every day. So after working for about 1.5 years as a barista, I wanted to change my career from the counter, because it was very difficult to request them that I would just focus on coffee, brew coffee, and not touch any beer or wines. So I told them I would want to explore my career into the bakery side. And my request was granted. I was given an opportunity to go work with the Art Cafe Bakery. And since I had already changed my career now, I wanted to focus on baking and forget everything about coffee, forget everything about the bar setting. Yeah. So at that point, I had not had a clear vision of what I wanted to do in life. So I was trying out.
It's
but
understandable, yeah.
Yes, still in in the hospitality industry, because I didn't have any paperwork or college background. Yeah. So I wanted to focus really on, if it's now pastries and cakes, just focus on that and follow it in my entire career as I build it up. Yeah.
Look at that. So soon enough, again, chance happens and you end up participating in the championships.
Yeah.
What is this? What happens that catapults you to that at least attempt, or at least first attempt?
And so before I went to the bakery, I had heard about the Barista Championships. And having worked at the bar for about a year, I had already shown my skills. I was good in coffee. I knew a lot about coffee. And so they had trusted me a lot in regards to coffee. So one day, 2015, dormants who were supplying coffee to Art Cafe asked if Art Cafe would give about 5 baristas to represent the company in the national competition. And I was shocked that I was among the 5 people they thought of who would represent the company in the competition. But then I was already working in the bakery. Yeah. So at the bakery.
Oh, so you actually went to the bakery section?
Yes.
Oh,
They granted me the opportunity.
Good.
Yeah. So at the bakery, I put forth the request to go participate in the competition. But I had a very tough manager. So she never gave me an opportunity. And she said, no, now forget about the bar, forget about coffee, forget about all the drinks. Now I want you to focus on bakery.
The bakery.
You said you wanted to come to the bakery? Yes. Okay. Focus on the bakery. Yeah. So I sneaked in only one day. Imagine.
Yeah.
It was, I think, my off day, if I can remember very well. And it was the day of the competition. So I sneaked out, I went, competed, and the following day I was just in my normal daily routine at the bakery. So after competing, the results were out. And it happened that I had won the national competition.
Hey.
You can imagine. So it came from the office down to the bakery that I was now the Kenyan representative in the World Barista Championship, which was being held in Seattle, Washington that year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Look at that. So how does the manager react?
It was awkward, yes. But I couldn't do anything because now I was obligated now to start training for the Worlds. But the good thing is that they supported me. They gave me the platform, break, maybe half day, to go practice every day in preparation towards the World Barista Championships.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. So I'm seeing a few things that are repeating themselves here, yeah? So you go looking for a job. The first day, they tell you, no, not possible. But then again, on going again, you get the chance to get in.
Yeah.
Same thing happens with you wanting to go to the bakery section. There's the asking, there's a being turned down, then eventually a door opens.
Yeah.
Then comes the barista championships.
Yes.
The interest too, the being turned down, and then you going again and eventually finding breakthrough here.
Yeah.
And I really like that, and I celebrate that, because I'm sure we'll see it again and again.
Absolutely.
This is what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
So you participate for the first time, for the
Yeah.
second time, for the third time.
Yeah.
And every time there's a chance of you going a level higher.
Yeah.
But every time you try, there's a challenge.
Always a challenge.
Talk to me about the different championships year after year that you went through.
Okay. So first time representing Kenya in the world was the year 2015. So I represented Kenya in Seattle, Washington.
So you went to Seattle.
Yes.
How was that experience?
That was beautiful. It was amazing. I went one-man army. You can imagine it was my first time leaving Kenya, first time in an aeroplane. And the first destination was Los Angeles.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. So I was very young. I didn't have a family. I was alone. I thought it was simple, like just whatever I did in the nationals is what I would replicate in the world.
Yeah.
But I came to learn later on it wasn't the case.
Okay.
So I had a wonderful time. I was given all the support from the company. And I competed there for the first time. Then I realized that I need a team, even just a single person, to help me polish the glasses, to give me encouragement, taste my coffee, have a conversation, yeah? So I found I was the only one who didn't have a team in the world stage. So I was the only one, as the one polishing my glasses, arranging, and I'm the same competitor, which is not typical.
It's not ideal,
in the world stage, yes.
Yeah.
So first challenge was going alone in 2015. I competed, and the first time I was ranked 43, I think about out of 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I came back, still in the bakery. And
you went back to the bakery?
I went straight back.
See, by now you're legit.
But
like, this our guy.
Nobody had told me that I'm changing my roles. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just went, represented the company, came back in the bakery. That's where I'm based. And it took about a month, about 3 weeks, still working in the bakery until one of the CEO one day just came into the bakery, and then he saw me making some truffles. And I was like, you are the best barista, what are you doing here? Drop everything, come and see me in my office in the coming Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when my role changed from being working in the bakery to a new role, which was created as the head barista.
I like that.
Fat Cafe, yes.
Let's talk about your internal narrative.
Yeah.
You going and coming back, not in the top 10, not in the top 30. You tried,
Yeah.
But of course you feel, Maze, I should have done better, I'm guessing.
Yes.
What are you telling yourself? How do you feel? Are you struggling with the thought of quote unquote failure?
No.
Okay.
It was in my mind, I knew I was now the best barista in Kenya. So I thought maybe I would even shine even more in the world, but it was not the case.
Yeah.
But once you step on the world stage, you meet a lot of high-level baristas, all champions from their own countries. You taste different high-quality coffees. You see wares, glasses, and presentations that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot.
I like that.
And definitely when you come back, you're better off than so many baristas who don't have that exposure.
I really like
And
that.
that compels you to try once more. Yeah.
Which you did.
Which I did.
you did.
Yes.
At this point in your career, are you thinking about a signature?
Absolutely. At
Do
every
you have
stage,
your signature there?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a bit more.
So in every stage, there are 3 courses. So the espresso course, which showcases the coffee that you're serving. It showcases about the origin, where it comes from, the flavor, what to expect in the cup. And then there's the milk beverage to show your skills in harmoniously combining the milk and coffee together. And then the signature drink to showcase your creativity and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
So 2015, I had a signature drink. Also 2016 and 2017, I had a signature drink, which I think in Kenya it was the best performing in the 3 years. And in the world stage, not very creative.
Yeah, it's a tough competition
It's
out
tough.
there.
At the world stage, it was tough.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it because then it means you're constantly refining your craft.
Constantly improving, constantly refining for sure. Tasting different flavors, it opens up your palate to appreciate acidity, perceive different bitterness. All the attributes of taste, yeah.
When you speak of it like that, it makes me curious. Is your tongue slightly more aware than the rest of our tongues?
No, you can train your tongue actually. When
Okay.
you are now aware, like tasting the drink, where you feel it in which part of the tongue, and then you interpret that as acidity, sweetness, yeah, bitterness, body, yeah, which matters a lot in coffee.
Talk to me a bit more about that, because it feels like this is now the geography of the mouth.
Yes.
You know, what's going on with the different coffees?
So different coffees taste very different depending on where they grow. Kenyan coffees are very famous for their refined, brilliant citric acidity. And this is attributed to the soil where that coffee is growing. Coffee grows in Uganda, Ethiopia, Burundi, South American countries. They taste very different. But Kenyan coffee is very different because of the acidity. So to perceive that acidity is where you feel it on the tongue. It has a kick. The brightness gives life to the coffee. So out there, so many people blend Kenyan coffee to bring in the kick. That's why it's very expensive and the production is a bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Meaning if I were to travel right now and drink coffee in, I don't know, Djibouti
Yeah.
or Ethiopia
Yeah.
or South America, like you say, it would taste different.
It would taste very different because of the microclimate of the area, the rain patterns, and the soil. Most of our coffees come from Mount Kenya, which is volcanic, red soils. The coffee growing around Mount Kenya region is very different from Mount Elgon region. Yeah, just because of the soil.
Look at that. Probably it's the only good thing from the Murima. No? Okay, Nisa, let me keep going. Let's talk about your experience across the world. Oh, karibu
Asante.
anytime. Let's talk about your experience around the world.
And lest you forget, remember this episode of the Casually Human podcast with Martin Kigondu is brought to you by Sugarball. Sugarball is a casual, full-service dining restaurant featuring an inviting indoor and outdoor space with a fresh, unpretentious ambience with warm colors. Perfect for intimate dinners, business meetings, and social gatherings. Their menu is strongly based off a continental cuisine enhanced with Mediterranean and Italian influences. So go, visit, dine, take your girlfriend, your boyfriend, take your book readings, your solo dates, your meetings, birthdays, and so on to the Sugarball restaurant already. They are conveniently located at the Shell petrol station in Spring Valley, napo ni hapa tu Lower Kabete. Again, go check them out. Have a good time and tell them Sugarball came highly recommended by Martin Kigondu from the Casually Human podcast.
Culture, to be specific. Is it different across the world? It could be in service.
Yeah.
It could be rituals around the partaking of coffee, etc., etc. What have you observed on your odyssey so far?
Absolutely. So, like you just said, it's very diverse.
Yeah.
Coffee is very diverse. Just our next neighbor here, Ethiopia, their culture is very rich in coffee. They consume more than half of their production.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
That's impressive. And they brew coffee their own way, their traditional way. They roast coffee in their own traditional way. But now, when it comes to the world standards, we have standards that are set by coffee quality institutes. They score coffee differently depending on the level of acidity, flavor, body. So this one brings a par to all the cultures. So how we enjoy coffee here in Kenya, how they enjoy coffee in Ethiopia or South America or Asia, wherever, it's brought to a par
Okay.
by the Coffee Quality Institute, which helps us to score coffee the same way. Like the way I score coffee here is the same way a person would score it in America or so,
Okay.
Yeah, but there are very different cultures, different ways to enjoy coffee or also prepare coffee.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Locally.
Yeah.
Locally, are we producing different berries? Are we processing these ourselves? Or because I'm assuming there's a gap here. I'm assuming a lot of our coffee leaves the country only to come back to the country. Is my assumption correct?
It is somehow correct.
Okay, talk to me about that. I'm an outsider looking
I
in.
understand, yes. Yeah, here locally we have a traditional way of processing coffee, which has been happening for more than 50 years. And we borrowed all this processing from our from the colonial times.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So we do a specific process called washed process.
Okay.
Whereby just after harvesting the red cherry, we remove the skin and wash it before drying. That's typically what we do, traditionally, Kenyan coffees. And all over the world, they like Kenyan coffee in the traditional method, the washed process. In Ethiopia, for example, they do natural process. They just pick the red cherry and sun-dry it as it is with the fruit. So their coffee tends to be more fruity, but the fruitiness and sweetness comes from the fruit itself, how it was processed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here in Kenya, we process in the washed process and we export most of our coffees. We roast our own here locally, but I wouldn't compare the grades that you're enjoying here to the ones which
To
are
the ones that are now coming back home. Why is this?
Yeah.
Why is this? Why is this the case? Why are we not? We are the creators, well, not the creators, but we are the ones who are farming this. Why are we not enjoying this?
You know, coffee is a cash crop, and it brings in, if I may use the dollar thing, brings in more dollars when you export a lot.
Okay.
Ethiopia, sometimes it's very difficult. I like referring to Ethiopia because we are opposite.
Yeah.
They consume locally most of their production, and they export very little. So the circulation of the dollar is a bit.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah?
Yeah.
And here in Kenya, we were used to tea. We had a tea drinking culture and a tea drinking culture. Our production is not even sufficient for us here locally.
Yeah, our consumption is high.
Yes. So we choose mostly to export and enjoy tea, and also some that remain to enjoy tea in the different cafe setting.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay. Let's go back to the WBCs, yeah?
Yeah.
So you participate in the championships a couple of times. What's the lesson by the third time you're going in? And how different are you compared to, the first time you're like, let me just skive from work and go and try it.
Yeah.
What's the difference by the time you're now doing your final participation?
Already winning 3 times, I had gained popularity locally.
Locally?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was a bit intimidating for my fellow baristas to keep competing again and again, yeah. So after my 3rd time winning, I made a cautious decision that I want to now stop and start mentoring and inspiring other baristas. Yeah. So my last competition, my 3rd competition was in 2017. And this was the year I managed to make it for the first time as an African in the semi-final round.
Oh, look at that. Were you the first African too?
Well done. Until today.
Yeah.
There's no African who has ever made it past the semi-finals.
Okay, maybe it's time for you to go back. But keep going.
Yeah. So that was 2017. And when I came back, there was a lot of stories going around. There was a podcast that was made about my story, the journey that I went through since 2015. And I had a friend in Australia who had one of my podcasts. It was called Coffee and Berries and Lemons, something like that.
Okay.
Yes. So he heard my story and the challenges I had gone through and the success I had. And he's a really influential person in coffee. He is a former world barista champion. So he asked me if I would want to compete again. He would be happy to help me out, test coffees, choose different innovative things to work and better my presentation. Yeah. So he asked me, he buys a lot of coffee from Kenya. And one time he came during harvest and he reached out on a message on Instagram and asked me if I would want to meet him. So we decided to meet. This was an opportunity of a lifetime. I went to meet him, and the first question he asked, would you want to compete again ever in your life? And I said, no, I'm done with competitions.
Yeah, I hung my boots.
Yeah. And he told me, no, I can see that you just something, if you just do a little thing better, you would be way high, more than even finals. And I said, are you sure? Yes. And I gave it a shot. So this was my fourth time competing.
Oh, you went in a fourth time?
Yeah, fourth time.
Okay.
This was my best performance, and I practiced for more than 6 months because it was during COVID. Everything was on lockdown.
Yeah.
That's when I lost my job in Art Cafe as the head barista. So I had all my energy focused on one thing, and that is competition.
Yeah.
And the results of this was being awarded the 5th best barista in the world.
In the world.
That was my best achievement.
Oh, look at that.
And this was in the finals. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a big lesson there. There's a big lesson there.
Yeah.
They're trying again and again and again. You think you're done,
Yeah.
but clearly your path is like, no, you're not yet done. Jump in one more time.
Yeah.
And 5, like top 5 in the world?
Yes.
That's a big deal, man.
So it was a big deal, not only in Kenya
Yeah.
or in Africa, but all over the world. It was first time an African was also
On that level.
on that level.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, never before.
It's also a very interesting time.
Yes.
You're speaking of the transition from formal employment
Yeah.
to now, being out here, especially
Yes.
during COVID. And that now, I'll still go back to that moment and the winning and everything it made that season brought to your life.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that. What do you transition to becoming after leaving formal employment? Besides focusing on this, going and coming back, what do you then decide to become as a professional? I'm guessing this is what you do to date, but
Yeah.
what does that look like?
Yeah, it's very different for sure.
Okay.
I didn't know it would happen this soon.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an entrepreneur for sure.
Okay.
And my only dream was to have a coffee shop. But I realized later on that this would be my end goal. I had to do and learn a lot still on the way. So my performance in 2021, the finals, being in the finals, gave me a big exposure. And popular brands from Italy like the Sanremo coffee machines, which are espresso machines manufacturers, they reached out to have me as their global brand ambassador.
Oh, global.
Yes, global.
Oh, look at that.
Which gave me a lot of exposure. I have to travel like once a month, which is a week in a month, to all over the world, wherever they have a coffee expo. I have to be there. I have to showcase their machines. I have to bring my own coffee from Kenya and give it to the world to taste it using these machines.
That's a dream job,
It's
man.
a dream job. I never saw it coming, for sure.
Yeah.
So just immediately after COVID, it was my life. It was a turnaround.
I bet it was.
Yeah, in my life.
I bet it was. So
Yeah.
you're now the brand ambassador of
Yes.
the machine.
Yes.
Is this the only thing you're doing, especially now that you've sort of pushed the idea of your own shop to slightly further on the path? What else are you doing, or is this your full focus now?
Not my full focus. Now I do a lot, but as a consultant. I train baristas, I supply coffee, I do sourcing for buyers from abroad, I do coffee tourism, I have friends who come over, I take them to the farms. So I'm doing a lot at the moment and still restructuring on the best way forward. Yeah.
I like that. I
Yes.
like that. This berry changed your life.
It did change my life for sure.
I like that.
And I would attribute all that to God.
If you're to pick a metaphor or a lesson from the coffee berry or the processing of coffee and bring it to this other side of life, just doing life as a human being, what lesson do you think we can learn from coffee in general?
To be honest, maybe just a simple one.
Go for it. There's a lot of wisdom in simplicity, so go for it.
So I take coffee like life. One sip at a time.
One sip at a
So as I
time.
sip coffee every time, it reminds me of patience and one step at a time in my whole life.
It's a powerful lesson.
Yeah.
Sounds simple,
It
but
is
super
simple.
powerful. Super powerful. Okay,
Yeah.
then maybe a little highlighting on the WBC, the last one now. I'm guessing it's the last one. Ama, you're going back.
Oh no, it's the last one, for sure.
Never say never.
For sure.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
So looking at your journey in the championships,
Yeah.
what's the biggest lesson from all these different iterations of that journey?
My biggest lesson for sure would be patience.
Patience.
Yeah, and humility, but not losing your vision. Yeah. So I've learned patience, and I know I might plan ahead, like that's a responsible person.
Yeah.
But the future, only God holds the future.
Only God knows.
You would never tell where you would be next year.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. And connecting the dots from back, since my primary winning the Nairobi, which was I think it was the province, Nairobi province.
Yes, it was a province then. Yeah.
I feel like my life was already predetermined. In a way, that's what I believe. And so nowadays, I don't worry so much about the future because whatever I'm living now is a surprise.
I like that.
Something I didn't expect. I
Yeah.
didn't plan for this. And that's the lesson I've learned.
Oh man,
in
I
this
love
life.
that. I love that because the song that is playing in my head is, don't judge my singing. I'm not worried about tomorrow. My life is in his hands. This
Yes.
clearly is.
Yes,
so I
yes,
was to
definitely.
sing, but I want. This is clearly the
100%,
lesson there.
100%. So I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it means a lot to me for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Full circle. What does your mom think of being a barista now?
She's the most proud mom I've
She doesn't mind the wines behind you now.
100%. Now she trusts the process and prays for me as well.
Yeah.
And she's also so shocked to see how the berry, what the berry can do in my life.
Ah, good.
She's very proud, and I'm sure she prays for me every day.
I
And
bet
she's
she
very happy.
does.
Yes.
Good. My final two questions.
Yeah.
One, do you have a favorite farm when you're doing the tourism? You know, is there a place you're like, anytime people are like, so where do you go? You're like, I'll take you here.
Yeah.
And number two, as a culture, as a country, as a people, what do you think we can do better to promote the consumption of coffee? Yeah? Yeah, so let's start with the first one. Is there a favorite farm or other?
Yeah, definitely the farm that I used during my finals presentation. It was by chance, actually. So I met this young farmer, actually younger than me. He's a farmer. He was pursuing aviation and then changed his mind and went back to coffee farming.
Okay.
And he's very open-minded, doing a lot of experiments in the farm and innovations.
Okay.
It's called David Maguta.
David.
Yes.
Okay. Where is his farm?
It's in Nyeri, Barua area.
Ah, yes.
Around Barua.
Murima.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So he's called David.
Yeah.
He's more than a friend. Actually, last week we were with him in Indonesia. And he's also extending his skills in Fiji now. As we speak, he's in Fiji showing and doing some projects
Ah, good.
there to share his experiences.
Yeah, so that's a favorite for you.
So my favorite farm is called Maguta Estate.
Maguta.
Yeah. Named after the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, okay, so what about the lesson, or at least the ask of us as a culture and a country around coffee? What do you think we can do better?
Exposure and maybe hold events. We have Kenya Coffee Events. It's an organization that organizes coffee events here in Kenya. So we do it in malls, like barista competitions, coffee cupping sessions, and even coffee tourism. On a good weekend, you can just decide to come over, go to Maguta, learn a bit about coffee. I think this one will pay back and expose coffee more, and we'll learn to appreciate whatever we have before even sending it out there.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. And I hope we do so. At least I'll try. I definitely promise to.
Yeah.
Appreciate coffee and appreciate life a sip at a time.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Asante for your time.
I
Thank you for your
appreciate.
lessons. And most of all, for your craftsmanship.
I'm delighted. Thank
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Shabaya. Thank you so much. Asante. Thank you.
On your next visit to Sugar Bowl, treat yourself to heavenly peppermint mocha. This is a heartwarming hug of rich chocolate and bold espresso blended with velvety chocolate and a cool burst of peppermint finished with steamed milk. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, get that the next time you're there. And that's it for this episode of the Casually Human podcast with Martin Kigondu. Until next time, stay dope out there. You can recommend us to your friends, family, and follow us on Spotify, on the socials, and definitely on the YouTube. As for me, I'm at Kigondu on all different social media platforms. That is at KIGONDUW. And as a podcast, we are at casually_human_pod on IG, on X, TikTok, and everywhere you look for us. Until next time, peace.